Ahoy hoy, I'm Planetwalk, and recently I discovered a new flat earther, someone that makes videos often about mud floods, and reminds me of Roger from Mudfossil University. You'll see why. Now, this video that I've seen from the flat earther could easily be summed up in less than a minute, but I want to take you through the experience of watching this guy's videos. Now, if you thought flat earthers were incoherent before now, well, you haven't seen nothing. I don't even know what this person is on about half the time.
Give me a ticket for an aeroplane. Ain't got time to take a fast train. Lonely days are gone, I'm a-going home. My baby, she wrote me a letter.
You know, I do have to say that I do respect the fact that he doesn't just make his videos some boring thing. At least he tries to be entertaining. I do have to give it to him there.
Oh, look at this, people. We are flying bloody high and jolly fast. We are on a flight from Seoul, South Korea to Paris, France. Gay Paris.
Wait, am I missing an association that Paris has with being queer or something? Because I know that there are associations with, I think it's LA and being queer, but not Paris as far as I know. Maybe I've missed it.
Now you see these trees? These trees are scooching past him at 50 miles an hour. Look at that speed. But these trees up here are not. Yet they are. These trees up here are coming at you at the same speed that these trees here are shooting past you. But it doesn't look like it because they wait for you to get there.
Yes, what you thought you heard him say, he did say. He did say that the trees wait for you to get there. Now, I will admit, I do not think that he actually means that. It's hard to tell, because, you know, flat earthers can be hard to tell like that. But what I think he just means is that it looks like they wait for you. I hope that's what he means at least.
They look like they're not moving, but they are. It's called a parallax, and it works at all altitudes. So bear with me. So here's one of these crazy lunatic pilots flying into West Papua at ground level over these mountains. And again, here we go. See the mountains coming scooching underneath you? 120 miles per hour. 120 miles per hour. This one ain't coming at you 120 miles per hour. It's sitting there waiting for you to arrive. So you're at a few thousand feet. It's the same. The ground underneath you is passing by you at speed, and the ground straight in front of you looks like it isn't, but yet it is.
Okay, so the reason for this is due to perspective, because the further away an object is, the smaller it will appear. That's something that everyone generally knows. Now, because it appears smaller, the distance that it appears to travel also appears smaller as well. Now, I'm not really sure that this counts as parallax though, because as far as I understand it, parallax refers to the amount that something appears to move in relation to a background when you are moving. However, I will accept how he's using the word. He doesn't have to use it in the exact way that I want him to. It's fine.
So, I just thought I'd stop this so we have the point of reference. This here is Moscow. On the left here, this is where Vlad the Inhaler lives. Yeah? And you can ask these guys all these questions. Bill, you been to university? Yeah, I've been to university. You smoke marijuana when you were in university? Huh? Did you smoke marijuana when you were in university? Yeah, I smoked marijuana, but I did not inhale. Oh, you fucking... There's another guy.
Okay, what does Bill Clinton have to do with any of this? Who is Vlad the Inhaler? It sounds like the weirdest tangent that I've ever heard that has nothing to do with the point that is trying to be made. It's about as relevant if I were to start playing ukulele, or even better yet, if I were to make an apology song whilst playing ukulele. Honestly, the ukulele's been ruined for so many people, and I absolutely hate it. I mean the fact that it's been ruined for a lot of people, not the ukulele itself. I like the ukulele. Did I do the tangent right? Is it irrelevant enough to the video.
Vlad, man. You been to college? Of course I've been to fucking college. You smoke marijuana when you were in college? Of course we fucking smoke marijuana when you were in college. Do you inhale? Of course we fucking inhale. You know how much fucking weed is here in Moscow? No. Have you got any of it on you there? Oh, I should have a Politburo meeting in 2 minutes in Moscow. Do you hear this shit? Anyway, why do I get so fucking distracted?
Look, it's probably ADHD, it's fine, but that was the weirdest tangent I have ever heard someone go on. It had nothing to do with anything in the video. I still don't know who Vlad the Inhaler is. It sounds like a joke name based on Vlad the Impaler. That's what it sounds like. I'm actually very conflicted because, like, on one hand, this video could be summarized so much more quickly if you were to just make his arguments. But on the other hand, I don't know what we're talking about and it's kind of funny. It's kind of like if, I don't know, Ryan Reynolds with a funny accent made a Flat Earth video. That's what it seems like to me.
So, we're leaving Moscow. Flying jolly high and bloody fast. With this thing sped up 10 times. But the same thing. The cities in the distance are sitting there. They are waiting for you to get there. While the ones underneath you are scooching under you here at about 6,000 miles an hour. I think this is sped up 10 times. Again, there you go. City's waiting for you to come. This one here is, oh, that one scooches underneath you, and this one doesn't.
Yeah, we get how perspective works. You've explained that quite thoroughly at this point. Maybe you think we forgot because maybe you forgot because you got distracted.
So here we are, on the International Space Station. The most expensive thing in the world ever, the lightning strikes. Another city and a city and a city, and we are flying across the Earth at 250,000 miles, 17,500 miles per hour. Yes? Well, how come these fucking cities in the distance are coming at me at the same speed as the ones that are going underneath me?
Okay, he appears to be missing the fact that the cities in the distance do appear to be travelling slower than the ones much closer. I don't know what to say, the cities just do not appear to be moving at the same speed. Obviously he's not seeing that for some reason. The only explanation that I can really give for his confusion here is that the cities in the distance, they're coming over the horizon and we see them coming over the horizon. This gives them the appearance of more movement than if they were to sort of appear on the horizon and gradually get bigger as you move towards them. But they are doing that. It's just that this guy doesn't notice that they are doing that.
There is a thing that we call the firmament. Don't know what it is. I don't think it's dome-shaped. I think it runs parallel to our level ocean. NASA call it, in secret, the plasmaspheric hiss.
Okay, if NASA secretly call this thing the plasmaspheric hiss, how do you know that they call it that in secret? Like, the whole point of a secret is that nobody knows about it, but here you are, apparently knowing about it. How? Of course, there is always the possibility that you just made this up. In fact, I think it's more than just a possibility here, my guy.
But then they come out with this horseshit that we've got Van Allen radiation belt that we cannot go through. We saw GoPro's fast rocket. It whacked into something. There's a hard and fast barrier. Call it the plasmaspheric hiss if you like.
I know what he's talking about here. There's a lot of flat earthers that say that there's a rocket that looks like it hit something solid, except it doesn't explode like you would expect. If it hit something solid, it stays intact. Usually when something is going very fast and hitting something very solid, it doesn't usually stay in one piece. Like, have you seen a car crash? There's usually a lot of pieces of car in that situation.
You can't con us with this. Your dumbass AI cannot even put in a parallax in your stupid video. So, artificial intelligence? No, it ain't. Artificial stupidity? Yes, it is.
Okay, let's say that you are right and this is being faked. You wouldn't use AI to fake that. If you want to fake something like that, you use 3D modeling because AI wouldn't be the most reliable tool to fake something like that. And do you know what 3D animation software and 3D modeling software have built into it? Perspective. It's literally a part of the software. We've figured perspective out. So anything that has to do with perspective would be accounted for in the software, because the software calculates perspective. Perspective is not something that modern computers struggle with. You seem to think that they're trying to fake this using a PS1 which doesn't have a Z buffer. And if they were using a PS1, the issues that we would see would be very different to the issues that you've apparently noticed. I think that it's far more likely that you just don't know how these things are supposed to look because, you know, we're not used to seeing things from space. I've never been to the ISS myself, so if I didn't have video, it would be very difficult for me to imagine what Earth must look like from the ISS. Often people will say that, oh, this thing in space doesn't look right. But what they're comparing it to is they're comparing it to their own experiences here on Earth. And of course it's not going to be like their own experiences here on Earth, because it's not on Earth, it's in space or on the moon or wherever. It doesn't mean that it's fake, you just don't know how things are supposed to look, and that's fine. Anyway, that is it for this video. I have had a few issues with trying to record this video. New equipment and the computer complaining very loudly at me. Hopefully I'll be able to get all the issues sorted sometime soon and hopefully have much higher quality videos than what I did have. This video was meant to be 1080p, but turns out that I haven't been shooting in 1080p.
Oops.
Anyway, we'll get that sorted. But leave a like and subscribe if you like this video, and leave a comment letting me know what you'd like to see me do in future videos. As always, a big shout out to my $20 or more patrons: Hugh Jarsz, M.C.Nutkin, Nathaniel Muller, Vermont1777, Tony C, Wolfie, Morrie, Graymore Ghost, KidVicious, Sacha Campbell, definitely not NASA, Craig D'Amelio, Richard M Chapman, and Sain't. If you want to support me financially, you can do so on Patreon. There should be a link over there. But anyway, I will see you in the next video. Between you and me, thank you for watching.